The second point, when to start. There are a few things that you need to consider. A child is not automatically ready to do handwriting. There are some prerequisite skills that are required. For instance, gross motor skills, bilateral hand skills, fine motor skills. So for gross motor skills, there are some things that need to be observed first. Are they able to, well, first, as they reach their milestones and they go through things like being able to prop up on their tummy, or prone prop it's called, but basically that's being able to lie on your tummy and prop up on your elbows. Are they able to do that? Do they have enough stability in their shoulders and their arms to do that? Are they able to grasp items and pick up items? Are they able to crawl and show that they have this stability in all four of their extremities, all four of their limbs? So there's one thing that we typically say, and that is proximal stability equals distal mobility. So when you have stability and strength in your proximal joints, or the joints that are closest to your torso, then you're able to do things freely with your hands and your distal, or the portion of your limb that's furthest away from the joints that are near your torso. So that means that if you have great strength, for handwriting in particular, if you have great strength in your shoulders and in your the upper area, that your joint that attaches to your torso, you will likely have a lot greater ease when you're writing and handwriting. So that's one thing that you want to look for. The gross motor skills, are they there? Bilateral hand skills. Are they able to use two hands together to do buttoning, which may occur between 1.5 2 years old? Are they able to string beads? Are they able to pour without doing a lot of spilling? Do they have that stability, again, in their shoulder joints and their elbow, in order for their hand to stabilize and be able to pour? If they don't have that upper body strength, then or the strength of the joints, their larger joints, then their smaller joints will not be as controlled. So are they able to put puzzles together? Are they able to cut? It takes two hands, one to stabilize, one to do the cutting. And when you're writing, you use one hand to stabilize the paper, you use the other hand to write. Are they showing and observing efficiency with fine motor skills, such as using utensils efficiently? Are they able to build blocks or build towers? Again, are they able to precisely place that block on top of the tower, or do they need to use their hands to support the tower while they're putting it on, and typically it may fall over? So can they easily use pegboards? Are they spontaneously scribbling or coloring? And what type of grip do they have? Are they using a fisted or palm grip, where the crayon or the writing utensil is just in their fisted grip? Or do they have more of a tripod grasp, which means you're using your 3 fingers around the utensil, and initially you may see something like a static tripod, which means that their fingers, their hand, and their wrist and their forearm are moving as one unit. They're not able to yet isolate each one of those movements and just solely use their fingers to move while they're writing, which would be a dynamic tripod grasp. But those are things that come with time. But are they able to grasp something in general? And the other thing that will occur, or that you would need to do before you start to introduce writing letters, is pre-writing strokes. So again, you don't want to sit your preschooler down and say, let's start writing your name, or whatever age it is. Some children start their pre-writing strokes and showing an interest in writing, maybe at 2.5, 3, 4, 5. It's no right answer. You just want to make sure that the prerequisite skills are there first. And with the pre-writing strokes, you want to make sure that they're able to do things like imitate a stroke that you make. And pre-writing strokes are things like lines that go vertical, lines that are horizontal, lines that are diagonal, lines that can intersect, and also circles. So you want, or curved lines, straight lines, lines that intersect. So you want to make sure that they're able to initiate or imitate those strokes. Well, initiate them, but imitate a stroke that you make. So if you make a line on a piece of paper, can they do it? Then can they copy the stroke? If they see you do it, or if they see the stroke has already been made, can they go ahead and now accurately copy that stroke? And then can they trace over that stroke eventually, which requires a lot more motor control to be able to stay on the lines and trace over that. And there are a lot of fun ways to do pre-writing strokes. You can do pre-writing strokes while you're painting. You can do pre-writing strokes in sand. You can do it in foam or shaving cream. You can use crayons, and there are a ton of worksheets that are specifically designed to practice pre-writing strokes. So it could be a picture that they're going to color, or a picture that they're just going to complete the stroke on. It could be a picture with a train track that doesn't have the tracks that actually go across, and the child will place those tracks across symmetrically, evenly, and at the right length. All of that is getting them prepared to do handwriting and begin to write their letters. A picture that has an umbrella with raindrops, and they have to add the raindrops or trace over the raindrops. A flower that needs the stems added, so it may be a start dot and a stop dot on the stem that they're going to add, and that stem should essentially be a straight line going in the same direction all across the picture. So these are different things that a child can do before they start handwriting. And they should also be able to recognize letters and shapes and be able to associate that shape with a sound.